All right, I'd like to thank one of my viewers for mentioning using the spot putty slash glaze. I had to look it up. This is the stuff I was talking about earlier, and you know, I'm gonna go with the. Can you see it there? U-Paul Fantastic Glaze is the type they have, and now get in all these little scratches and everything I have there. So yeah, I mean, we're really close, but you know, he's been very helpful. I appreciate everything he said. You know, I know there's one guy that just got on there. He didn't like what I was doing at all, so you know, that's fine. Oh, it's ready to go. Cool. You know, he kind of said some like how looks like I'm an amateur and stuff. Well, technically I am. I've only painted what, like in high school we painted a, what did we paint? What was it? A Suzuki Samurai, and you know, that was the very first paint job we ever did. It was me and one of my friends and his little Samurai. So we sanded it down and got it all painted up, and you know, it turned out good for just a high school paint job. And yellow to top it off. That was interesting. So, but metal, it was different. Metal work, and then, you know, I've done a little bit of things here and there, but I didn't paint the Maverick that I owned. I did paint that Chevelle, and it turned out really good. But like I said, metal, it was a lot more easier to work with. On fiberglass, you just get these little bit, you get these scratches, you know, that are down in there, and I'm glad that viewer, you know, suggested this fantastic glaze. So, or well, spot putty glaze, whatever. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get this mixed up and glazed and just put a top coat on. And from what other things I've seen and some of the other professional videos, you know, that are out there that shows you how to do it, they like to do a whole coat, just a nice slim coat over the top, and then they go down and sand it with like 200. Well, like they say anywhere from like 140 to 200, and then that should give you that nice, really nice just cover. So we're going to try that. I'm just going to, all these big areas that I'm pretty much done with, I'm just going to take and just glaze it over and go from there. So yeah, so let's try it out. All right, let's try this. Put a bunch of this glaze, has that brown color to it. Okay, let's try that amount now. Ah, yeah, you can already tell this is a really nice putty. Yeah, really nice. All right, so I'm just gonna go ahead and put it down. Oh, wow, look at that. Filling in those gaps really good. this way a little bit with it. I'm gonna get really down in there. Wow. That is some good stuff. Look at that. Back forth a little bit in some of those areas. Okay. Kind of liking this stuff. Get a little bit up in here. As good as I can get it right now. From what I've seen is a lot of people, they leave a nice kind of a thin coat into the top and they go back and sand it down. So I think that's what I'm going to have to do. Try to put a little bit more on there. There we go. Kind of interesting stuff. Yeah, so I just want to try this stuff out, you know, because like I said, one of the viewers got me all excited over this, so I'm going to try it and see. God, I wish I could mix it like those pros. It's because of my hands are all jacked up. I was beat up from work. Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do is I'm just going to put a nice thin coat over it like that. Yeah. Good. Look this way because this way's hard to get. Glazing putty. Alright. Let's go ahead and let's see. How do I take this off here? Yeah, so see, that looks way different than Bondo. So we'll let that dry up and then we'll hit it with a, I don't know, like a 200 and see what we get. Now that I got the black sealer down, I can see all the little nooks and crannies that you just couldn't see before. So yeah, we're gonna try it out. We're gonna try it out on this little panel. I mean, can't hurt. But besides the little paint drips I had, and they're not heavy, which thank God. So that'd be easy to fix and sand down. It's a little heavy right on that one. This one is where it really started going crazy, but cool. Okay, since we're gonna let that do its thing, we're gonna go on this other side and finish up my wheel well. So I'll take this off, and yeah, okay, that should be fine. So let me take these off. I want to use both hands just in case, and then we'll get this last piece up in there, and then we'll be able to sand down right in this area, get it fiberglassed in, and you know, do our thing. So, and we'll be done with this wheel well. So looking really good right through here, man. Whew. Yeah, a little more sanding right through there because that bond adhesive. Yeah, looking really good. Getting that nice round shape. Oh, getting excited. So then the rest, I mean, because we did all the hard work. This is all the hard work here. Getting those fender flares out and everything like that. The rest of the body, you know, we just have to sand down and fix, you know, just a little bit of the gaps and stuff. But the rest should go by fairly or more quick, you know, fairly quicker. So, you know, we'll see. I kind of have ideas on something I want to do a little more to the back to make it look a little more aggressive. We'll see when we get there. So, yeah. So anyway, let's get this last little piece in, and then we can mess with that glaze. Okay, we got that last little piece on there. We'll let it bond up, and then, like I said, we'll come back, sand down what we need to, fiberglass that in. And this stuff is really interesting. I leave such a smooth surface. Wish I would have found this stuff earlier. So, you know, thank you again. I do believe his name, at least it shows on my end, is Ejab. On my phone it shows something different. So thank you, Ejab, for suggesting this. At least we get to try it out and see what the hell happens, right? So, all right, we'll sand down and see what we got. All right, let's, okay, let's do this. Let's see how this works. I'm using 220. I decided to try 220 first. And, see what happens here. And it's kind of filling up the paper real quick, so I better change out the paper. Very interesting stuff. Does sand real smooth. Wow, it's fast sanding too. Except for some of the real high spots that, you know, I got. But the initial, just the swiping over. Yeah. Well, anyway. Kind of show you. Just after a few minutes of sanding. I mean, that just smooths really, really well. So I'm gonna keep sanding, and we'll get this little area done. You know, for kind of our test, and see what I like about this. And so far, it's really, really nice. All right, let's keep going. Okay, so it looks like it's gonna work really well. And then even if I go further down, that black primer fills in the gaps that I missed on the other stuff. So yeah, looking much, much better. You can see how it fills just in those tiny little gaps. Oh, that's gonna save me a ton of time. So yeah, so thanks again for the suggestion. So I think that's gonna really help me out. I'll go back to trying to show you. Got to sand a little bit more right through there on this side though, but I was mainly working on the top here. Yeah, so you can kind of see all where it filled. Okay, so just wanted to bring up about my new sponsor, my empty wallet. Oh, here's our old receipt. Yeah, it'd be nice to have a sponsor. I'm talking to you, DetroitSpeed. I'd like your front and rear suspension, your Decalink and Speedray. If you're listening, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Yeah, help me get this car going a little bit more. But yeah, so I'm doing this, like I said, all out of my own pocket and everything. And plans change. I was going to do things a lot differently. You know, but with times being a little more tough and you know, my job taking a huge pay cut, about $20,000 a year, so that's no good. And yeah, and with inflation being so freaking high, you know, things are just getting really, really tight. So luckily I purchased all of this before all that happened. That was almost all my my toy money. But of course, things in life happen. I had to get all a new set of tires for both cars, and the AC went out. And you know, AC, I don't know if anybody's ever had to replace their AC, but you know, that's about $12,000 to $14,000 right there. So yeah, so things took a turn for me. It's not a bad thing. It's just, this is why I'm doing this the way I'm doing it, is because it's just, money's got a lot more tighter. So, you know. All right, so what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna wet sand, starting over here in the corner here at the front, and work my way around. All right, here we are, still wet. So, but I'm not seeing any heavy scratches, which is really good. One little thing though, a bug. I don't know where the hell the bug came from, but of course, one bug. But that's all right. He will be sanded to death. But yeah, this turned out a lot better. I'm glad I went with my viewer's suggestion on that glaze. It is way better. And then before I get to before I paint it all, I'm still going to go over it with you know, like a 400, and then maybe even 600, 800. You know, I'm going to read up on it and see what I decide what I want to do. This bottom came out really good. It's looking really good, so we'll let that do its thing. Yeah. And then I'll take all the tape off. So, like I said, it's still wet. And then we gotta still fix this wheel well and everything, but it's good to know I'm done from here and over. The hood shouldn't take very long at all, to tell you the truth. That should just take me a day. It's actually pretty good. The one spider crack, you know, I already fixed. I already sanded it down, so the rest is just scuffing it really, you know, and getting it done. Oh, another bug. Yeah. Anyway, 2 bugs. I didn't think there was any bugs here flying around in Vegas at this time of year. Yeah, so anyway, we're gonna let that be and go from there. All right, so the good news is I know I'm done sanding in all of those areas, and I am very happy with those lines. They look so much better. I know they look tight from this distance, but they're actually got quite a bit of a gap, so they should work just fine. But yeah, those are looking just really good. I mean, they're not straight perfect, but way hell of a lot better looking than what they were. Yeah. So only little thing is this stupid two little bugs. No big deal. And I had like a little, I don't know, like a little bit of dust. I don't know if you can see it, but that'll sand down anyway, because I'm gonna still be working in this area, and you know, this hood and everything. So I'm probably gonna overlap a little bit, but it is good to know that all of this is now complete, completely done sanding. So I'm happy with that. And then, like I said, a little bit underneath, there's still a few little, little things that are just in real hard positions to get to. So you can kind of see like that little, I just can't get up in there, But like I said, it's going to be, this is going to see all the road damage and everything anyway. It's too dark. You can't see. My flashlight's dead. So, all right. We're looking good. All right, guys. This is enough for tonight. See you next time.